First, the inside track.
The Inside Track with music psychologist Dr. Siu-Lan Tan.
The film Cinema Paradiso ends in this way. What's the last sound we're left with? Is it music or is it noise? After all, the sound of an old film projector, which is what you just heard, has many of the same qualities as music. There's a rhythm to it, and the regular vibrations give it a somewhat discernible pitch. It's these musical qualities that first got the attention of Ben Burtt, the sound designer for Star Wars. He was listening to the sounds that are inside the projector, the running motor, and described it as, quote, a musical hum. This musical hum was the inspiration for the sound of the lightsaber. Ben Burtt hears the musical qualities of sounds that many of us aren't attuned to thinking of as music. From the perspective of my field, dealing with the perception of sound, we often say that fundamentally we can't really draw a sharp distinction between music and noise. Sometimes we'll say musical sound is more orderly, noise is more untamed. But when you strike an unpitched drum, you produce an irregular sound pattern that is similar to that created by a door slam or an explosion. Composers have to be particularly attuned to the whole spectrum of sound. Many composers toe the line between music and noise, combining elements of musical and non-musical sounds in their scores. Think of Gershwin's An American in Paris, which included real car horns. Or Respighi's Pines of Rome, which included this recording of a real nightingale's song. A recent example is Bear McCreary's score for 10 Cloverfield Lane. Much of this film takes place inside a bunker, deep underground. To give the claustrophobic feeling of a subterranean bunker, Bear McCreary used materials inspired by the movie set, including buckets, barrels, chains, glass, and power tools. He asked people to play them like percussion instruments and recorded the sounds to incorporate into the score. Here are some of the raw sounds. And here they are, integrated into the score. In this part, we hear a big barrel made out of metal being struck over and over. Noise transforms into music and finds its place in this score. You can read more about Bear McCreary's process in his intriguing blog, Black Sails, which, by the way, is required reading in my Psychology of Creativity class. Composers have a real affinity with sound in its various forms, and their imaginations stretch beyond the conventional boundaries often drawn between music and noise. Perhaps we could all take inspiration from the musical qualities of sounds around us. Rain falling on the roof, pots and pans rattling in the sink, or the whirring of a film projector.
Dr. Siu-Lan Tan is a leading researcher in the study of film music and the author of many books, including her latest, Psychology of Music, From Sound to Significance, available now at score-movie.com/podcast.